Welcome to Making a Murder, Rubberducky video channel. Welcome back to a new week of the daily MaM reading. It's the CASO Investigative Reports, part 66, page 651. Uyghur, did when he shot her, you said how many times? Brendan, 10. Uyghur, did he hit her every time? Brendan shakes head, no. I don't know. Uyghur, okay. Did he hit anything else in the garage at all? Brendan shakes head no. Fassbender, where was he standing when he shot her? Brendan, right here. Weird. Why don't you put an X there and put his initials there? And where were you standing? Brendan, right over here. Weird. Okay, put your initials there. Was there blood anywhere else? Brendan shakes head no. No. Weird. What about behind the vehicle or anything like that? Brendan shakes head no. No. Uyghur, no? All right. Why don't you sign it? Door opens, pause, door closes. And put the time in. 1:51 looks like, okay, looks good to me. Fassbender. All right. But did you want him to maybe draw the fire pit or sketch of the fire pit in the back? Uyghur, yeah, that's a good idea. Fassbender. Uyghur, can you do that? Brendan nods yes. We did it the other day, so let's try that. Give that back to you. Page 652. Brennan, so should I draw the garage you think there a little bit? Uyghur, you put a little bit of the garage. Brennan, there's that little area. Uyghur, Brennan, it's open. Uyghur, how long has that fire pit been there? Brennan, about 4 or 5 months. Uyghur, okay. And where did you put her body? Brennan, right here. Uyghur, draw it in there. Pause. Okay. Was the dog there yet at that time? Brennan, yeah. The dog was right over here. Uyghur, draw the doghouse then, where the doghouse was, and label that too. Okay. Why don't you label what that was? Brennan, how do you spell garage? Uyghur, Gar. Brennan, yeah. Uyghur, Age. Okay. Where'd you get the brush from? Brennan, the field? Weird. Okay. You said that he had taken some bones, Brendan nods yes, and put them in a 5-gallon pail, then he dumped them? Brendan, yeah. Page 653. Weird. Where would that be? Which way? Brendan, probably his house was be a little bit right here. Weird. Brendan, it would be over here somewhere? Weird. Okay. Did you actually see him do that? Brendan shakes head no. Weird. How do you know he did that? Brendan, he told me that he put a bucket and he threw him over there. Weird. Okay. Anything else you want to add in there? Brendan shakes his head no. Okay. Why don't you sign that? Pause. Brendan, well, when we got the seat, we put it right. We set it down right here. Weird. Did you sit there and watch a fire burn or anything like that? Brendan shakes head no. Weird. You just set it there. Brendan, 53? Weird. That's pretty good. Okay. Fassbender. Brendan, got a few more questions to cover here. Brendan nods yes. Then the worst is over as far as the questions. Can you describe Steven's house for me? The color and stuff like that? Brendan, it's like a red and the top is silver and the bottom is cement. Fassbender. Okay. Where's his house located in relation to, say, your house? Brennan. How far away from ours? Brennan. How far away? What direction if you know? Page 654. Brendan. I don't know what direction, but it's about 350 feet away. Fassbender. Okay. If you come out your front door and that you can't get into now because it's not shoveled, what direction would be left, right, straight, back? Brendan, left? Nods yes. Fassbender. To the left. Okay. Then his garage. How would you describe his garage, Brennan? The same red and the top was black? Fassbender. Okay. How many garage doors are on it? Brennan. One. Fassbender. Big garage doors? Brennan. There's only one big one and one small one. Fassbender. Okay. Brendan. And there's like 3 windows. Fassbender. Okay. Any of those windows facing your house? Brendan. Just one. Fassbender. Okay. And then the location, and now you drew it here, so it's pretty obvious, Brendan nods yes, that the location of the burn pit is where? In relation to the garage and his house, etc. Brendan. And like where he used to park his car, like. Fassbender. The burn pit? We were, Brendan. Oh, that burn pit? Fassbender. Yeah. What you drew here. Where is that in relation to the garage? Brendan. Straight back from the garage, like in the back, oh, by the window? Page 655. Fassbender. Okay, we've got the gun. Brendan nods yes. Now, is there any reason that your DNA or fingerprints would be on that gun? Brendan shakes his head no. I never touched it. Fassbender. Can you tell me why, if Teresa was dead when she was in the garage, why you would shoot her or why he would shoot a dead body? Brendan. I don't know. Probably to make sure she's dead or something. Fassbender. Did he say anything why he shot her? Brendan shakes head no. No. Fassbender. You're just saying your guess is that to make sure was dead. Brendan nods yes. Yeah. Fassbender. You sure he didn't say anything? Brendan shakes head no. Fassbender. Was he pretty calm about this? Brendan nods yes. Yeah. Fassbender. Just going to revisit one thing. When you're in the bedroom and you cut her throat, Brendan nods yes. Previously you said that you thought she was alive. Brendan nods yes. Is that still your thought on that? Brendan nods yes. Yeah. Fassbender. And why was that? Brendan. Because she was breathing a little bit. She was like trying to not trying to breathe so hard as she could from screaming a lot. She was screaming a lot or wasn't? Brendan. She was. Fassbender. When you cut her throat, she was screaming? Page 656. Brendan. Shakes head no. Fassbender. No. When you cut her throat? Brendan. 'Cause when you scream a lot, you like your breathing goes up or something. Explain that a little bit. You said she was screaming a lot. When was she screaming a lot? Brendan. Like while you were doing it, after you were doing it, before you were doing it? Brendan. Before. Brendan. Fassbender. When you cut her throat, what was she doing, if anything? Brendan. Like screaming for help and crying. Fassbender. I wanna get that straight. She was screaming for help and crying when you cut her throat. Brendan nods yes. Yeah? Fassbender. When did Steven choke her or strangle her? Brendan. Like a little bit after that. Well, let's just go back a little bit, okay? Tell us what exactly happened to her, what order it happened in. You said there were basically 3 things prior to you guys shooting her. Explain those in order that they happened. Brendan. Starting with when we got in the room? Fassbender. Okay. Yeah. What you guys did to her? Brendan. We had sex with her. Page 657. Okay. Brennan. Then he stabbed her. Uyghur. Then who stabbed her? Brennan. He did. Uyghur. Who is he? Brennan. Steven. Uyghur. Okay, then what? Brennan. Then I cut her throat. Uyghur. Okay. Brennan. Then he choked her and I cut off her hair. Uyghur. Okay. So he choked her after you cut her throat. Brennan nods yes. Uyghur. Okay. Kind of show me, like, on your throat where you cut her, Brennan. Like right here. How deep, Brennan? Just as long as the knife went through? Okay. Fassbender. With your finger, show me how deep you went into her throat, Brennan. About that much? Fassbender. I mean, like this is like Like that, like that. Brendan, like that. Page 658. Fassbender. About that far? Nods yes. Uyghur. When Stephen stabbed her, tell me again where he stabbed her. Brennan, like right here? Uyghur. How far in did the knife go? Fassbender. Again with your hands if you can. Brennan. About like that? Uyghur. Okay. Brennan nods yes. And then tell me how he choked her. Where was he when he choked her? Brennan. On the side of the bed? Uyghur. On the side of the bed? Brennan nods yes. Fassbender. With your hands, show me what. Pretend that her neck is there, whatever. Show me how he did it. Brennan. Like this. Fassbender. How long? Brennan. About 2 or 3 minutes. Weird. He must have had a lot of blood on his hands then, huh? Brennan nods yes. How did he get that off his hands? Brennan. Washing it off? Weird. Where? Brendan. In the sink? Weird. Which sink? Brendan. In the bathroom? Weird. Did he wipe any blood up with anything? Brendan shakes head no. Page 659. Brendan. Just that paper towel that he dried his hands with. Fassbender. After you cut her throat, was she still alive? Brendan. Barely. Fassbender. And how do you know that? Brendan. Because she was breathing like a little bit. Weird. When do you think she quit breathing? Brendan. When we were bringing her outside? We're outside. What do you mean outside where? Brendan. Out in the garage? We're. How do you know she quit breathing then? Brendan. Because her belly wasn't moving? We're. Because her belly wasn't moving? Brendan nods yes. Okay. Fassbender. You talked about getting a car seat and a cabinet. Brendan nods yes. Whose idea was that? Brendan. His. Fassbender. When you went and got it, put it by the fire. Did you throw it on the fire when it was time to throw it on the fire? Brennan nods yes. Uh-huh. With a him. Fassbender. Pardon? Brennan. He helped me throw it on there. Fassbender. The car seat? Brennan nods yes. Uh-huh. Page 660. Fassbender. Who threw the cabinet on the fire? Brennan. He did. Fassbender. Did you throw anything on the fire? Brennan. Just the wood that we found. Fassbender. In the salvage yard, there's a skid steer. Do you know what that is? Brennan. It's to flatten cars out. Fassbender. Not the crusher, but the skid steer. It's like a little tractor thing that has a bucket or forks on the front of it. Brennan. Oh yeah. Nods yes. Fassbender. You know what that is? Brennan. Yeah. Nods yes. Fassbender. Did you guys or Stephen use that at all? Brendan shakes head no. Fassbender. Did Stephen use that to dig his fire pit, do you know? Brendan shakes head no. I don't know that. Fassbender. I got a hard go ahead. Okay. Did you go up north with anybody after you guys couldn't come back to your house? Brendan. Uh-huh. Not yes. Did you and Stephen talk about this up north? Brendan. Shakes head no. You sure? Thank you for joining me again on the Daily MaM Reading, part 66 complete. And it's still about Brendan, which by the middle of the week we get to move on. And I'm looking forward to that. But all of this, it's very clear that they are leading him. And they say things like, play the video in your mind. Is that the video from Kiss the Girls? I did a little tweet. It's Wiegert and Fassbender repeat over and over to Brendan, brainwashing him. Play the video in your mind. Play the video in your head. Brendan stated at trial the whole story he told came from Kiss the Girls. Did Wiegert and Fassbender play that video at Fox Hills? Is that why they took him to the motel? A captive audience? How many times did they play it if they played it? I wouldn't put it past them. So we do have a video on this concept and how connected the video is to the story that Brendan repeats. So you can check that out. It's listed on our video channel. And with that, you guys, it's time. If you didn't do the crime, you shouldn't do the time. Thank you and have a great evening.